I've been to Lancaster quite a few times before, actually, I did I occasionally do a speaking tour around Britain, and I came here and was in the theatre just around the corner and did a speak here. But it's a kind of cool place. It's very nice riding roads for motorcycles around here, around the countryside and stuff. So it's a very nice place to come. Very beautiful city. I got involved with Bremont, I think about 7 years ago, when they approached you and I when we were doing Long Way Down. I think they'd seen Long Way Round, and they were just getting their kind of watches together. When they approached us, they'd barely gone into production, and they asked us if we would wear some of their watches and test them. And we wore them for 3.5, almost 4 months, all the way down through Africa. And I think they wanted to get, you know, that were actual testing. You can test a watch in a factory, but you can't test it in real life. So that's how we got involved with them. And I think one of the reasons why I've been involved with them ever since is because they're an English company. They make and design their own watches, unlike a lot of other watch companies who get other watch manufacturers to make them for them. And they're British, and you know they're trying to bring the manufacturing back into this country. And you know we have in Britain we have the most amazing cottage industries here, which are just not used. And so by bringing back this kind of manufacturing back into the country is a really good idea. And I'm a big fan of Britishness as well. So I think we're all very clever people. I fly a little bit of helicopters, and I fly a little bit of fixed wing. I'm certainly not as good as Nick and Giles English, but yeah, I mean anything with an engine is usually good for me. So I quite like that. They have taken me flying. I mean, the Bremont boys have taken me flying, and they've got a beautiful old Second World War French tail dragger, which is beautiful, and the wing is above on top, and they've got the really old-fashioned kind of engine with all the pistons around the side. It looks amazing, and you know, and they can do aerobatics. They do all sorts of stuff. They're very talented guys. I think I've always been interested in watches for as long as I can remember. I think most men are. It's one of those things which is it's one of the very few things that men can wear as a piece of jewellery and sort of get away with it. In the old days, in the days of the dandy, you know, they would wear wigs and hats and makeup and jewellery and all sorts of stuff, and that's kind of faded away. And I think that, you know, nowadays it's all about, you know, wearing a watch, and the style, and maybe the kind of watch that you wear kind of represents the type of person you potentially are. So yeah, they're kind of good for, and they're kind of fun. They're very maneuverable. I quite like them, particularly like this one. This one, well, unbelievably well actually. They really do work, and this one's gone everywhere. This has gone to Papua New Guinea and Indonesia, the Philippines, Taiwan. I had a massive crash on my bike the other day, and slid down. I must have slid down 40-50 feet down this hill in this forest on enduro bikes, off-road bikes, and there was a big, huge chunks of earth were rammed into underneath my watch where I'd been sliding down the hill. So they do work very well. Bremont Choice is their diving watch, which is this one right here. Actor, me of course, but and I'm the best bike rider as well, and then that's without a shadow of a doubt. I have no problem saying that whatsoever. Well, you know, it's funny. You know, Ewan is the sort of A-list actor now, living in LA, and I'm still living in London. So I suppose that answers the acting question. Oh, with my chips, I like a bit of both actually. With my chips, I like a dab of mayonnaise on one end and ketchup on the other.